So today I'm going to talk about the second biggest marketing failure of the gaming industry in 2018. And unfortunately, that title belongs to Battlefield 5. And in my opinion, the first spot goes to Fallout 76, but I'm not going to get into that. It would take way too much time. But either way, both games were hated for different reasons, but they were hated for all the wrong reasons. So I basically just for this video wanted to talk about the state of Battlefield 5 2 months after its launch. But honestly, Battlefield 5 is a really fun game, and it's unfortunate that its marketing was really trash. I mean, I think there was like maybe 4 trailers for the game. So the game was announced in May and it came out in November. So over like what, the 6-7 month span, there were only 4 trailers. That's it, which is kind of pathetic for a AAA title. Like, this is one of the biggest games that came out in 2018, and as a publisher, all you do is put out 4 trailers, and like all the marketing was done through the content creators too, so like YouTubers and Twitch streamers and through DICE, which was nice because like you had DICE being transparent and you supported your community, but you're really only catering and announcing the features to people who were going to buy the game anyway, pretty much, right? You're really not doing it for the swing players, essentially, I guess you could say. Like, you're not trying to win them over, because they don't know the game's out. I mean, even the game had 5 release dates. Like, you could have played the game 2 weeks before, and then like it was just a mess. I mean, honestly, it was a mess, and I just can't believe after Battlefront 2, EA was like, yes, we're going to bounce back from this and make it even more confusing and even more inaccessible to the overall audience. So I don't know what's going on with EA. That's EA's fault. But regardless, I mean, it's still a fun game, and I've been asked by some people if they should buy it or not, and I kind of just wanted to go over that a little bit. So I'm going to break it down. And I'm going to give you reasons why you should not buy this game, reasons why you should buy this game, and reasons why you should not buy this game. So, why you should not buy this game. Women. Yes, this game has women, which is I know shocking for some. And yes, women were around during the World War II era. They didn't just spontaneously spawn in the 1950s or anything. They were still there. So, it's really not that big of a deal. Honestly, you don't pay attention too much to the cosmetics of the game, of the characters, of the character models, of the vehicle models, or anything. And for me, I spend most of the time like capturing flags and getting shot at, and sometimes shooting at people. So that's what you'll be doing as well. Very rarely I'll look at someone and be like, oh, that person has a sick ass thing on. But I'm never like, oh wow, this is a female character, right? Like I don't care for that. And I feel like if you're someone who is genuinely concerned about the realism of this game and the immersion of this game, and you're afraid that having so many female character models in multiplayer can be an immersion breaker, I truly think you will be able to get over that part. I think it's a very small obstacle that looks really big, I guess, if you're actually concerned about it. But if you're not concerned about it, and you're worried that DICE is just selling out to SJWs, that's a you problem. And I said it, like it is what it is. You have to get over that. It's really not that big of an obstacle, and it's not going to destroy anything. It's going to be a really fun shooter, and you're really not going to be paying attention, especially when you're being shot at or shooting at someone. I think that's the last thing that comes to my mind. It doesn't even come to my mind. So that's that. Next up, this game isn't modern. So if you're like an old school Battlefield fan and you wanted a modern shooter, I can see the disappointment. But I think having a modern shooter now isn't the ideal thing to do. It would just seem recycled from Battlefield 4, and I truly think that way. I think that it was a good decision to stick with World War II, and what they learned from here, they can expand that in Battlefield 6, which they can make a modern shooter. And I think they'll have such a huge arsenal of weapons, vehicles, and cosmetic options to work with for Battlefield 6, it could really turn out to be a great game. So I think this is a good building block. So I don't think that's too much of an issue. The last thing, of course, is that it's not realistic-ish, which once again ties into the cosmetics and the women thing. Some of the cosmetics that were first announced in the game before launch were a little bit wacky, not real looking almost per se, but I think and DICE has decided to take them out and kind of cap off the level of wackiness. But I don't think that's a good thing that DICE did, because they promised us 2 years of support, right? So 2 years is a long time, and if you're trying to create cosmetics to be realistic, you're going to at some point just be recycling stuff. I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, now like we'll get like snow with white dots or something, or snow with black dots or something, and the next camo is going to be like snow with like red dots instead of white dots or blue dots or whatever, right? Like, it's just I just don't think that works. I think that was a pretty once again, like I said, you know, it's really not that much of an immersion breaker to see that. It really isn't, because it doesn't affect gameplay whatsoever, and 90% of the time, or 99.99% of the time, you are focused in on the gameplay. And if it's truly bothering you, then yes, the game isn't for you. But that's more of a you problem. That's not the game's fault whatsoever. Alright, so moving on to why you should buy this game. First of all, the gameplay and the gunplay are phenomenal. They are easy to learn and they're easy to execute. And honestly, it really can't, I mean, it can get better, but it builds upon what Battlefield 1 was. But, you know, it takes elements from the old Battlefield, like Battlefield 4 and 3, and kind of implements that together, and it feels like a solid shooter. It's similar to what Black Ops 4 did, because now you have predictable recoil patterns that you can learn for everything. So you can learn your vehicles and your guns and whatnot. So I think it's a really good thing. And I mean, of course, on top of that, you have great art and sound that comes with Battlefield. It is some of the best out there. I think it is up there with Red Dead for different reasons. And if you truly want a good shooter, this is for you. I think this is a great shooter. Now, why you shouldn't buy this game? First and foremost, you want a casual shooter. This isn't casual. I mean, it's casual enough, but I really don't think it's like a casual type. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got a lot of elements to it that aren't, like, it's not like a pick 'em up and shoot type things. You know, it does require some level of mental stamina to play, just because there's just so much going on. And of course, don't buy it if you didn't like BF1, Battlefield 1, that is, the previous one, because it kind of the same thing. It's more sandboxy, but it's not as sandboxy as Battlefield 4, but it's up there. I think towards the end of the game cycle, it will be pretty good. I think it'll be a really fun game to play. But the community as a whole has to kind of evolve and take this game a little bit lightly, just the way kind of DICE was projecting it to be a little bit, because DICE wanted it to be almost a light-ish feel to it, from my understanding of it. So if the community takes that, they'll enjoy what DICE has in store for it. I really think so too. I think this game, Battlefield 5, just has so much in store for it, and I really hope DICE can do what they actually want to do, because when you let developers do what they want to do, it always turns out good. I mean, it almost never turns out bad. So I'm really excited for it. This game has a bright future ahead. There are some bugs here and there, balancing issues that will come and go, I'm sure of it. I'm not gonna like stress over it, and of course, this game's always $30 pretty much at this point. So if you're looking to buy it, I mean, why not, right? I mean, either way, this video was not sponsored by DICE or anything, unfortunately. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Next one's probably just going to be like a gameplay type video, I think. Nothing crazy, just me and my friends playing or something. So I will catch you guys then, and thank you for watching.